Alrighty then, back once again for another reaction. This time it's Once Upon a Time, Season 2, Episode 14. Last time we had a little exploration of Anton the Giant and his character. I found it enjoyable enough, though obviously the more intriguing things going on right now are the revelations of magic leaking towards Muggle knowledge and whatever's going to come of this new arrival. And the one I'm most invested in, which is the Emma, Gold and Henry quest to retrieve Gold's son. It's hit a bit of a roadblock, hasn't it? In terms of no more powers. Yeah. That protection is gone, and I am excited and worried. Worried for the overall safety of the group, because who knows what's going to happen. But also excited because of what this could mean for his character development. As in, he was already acknowledging that he uses magic as a crutch. When he was talking about it with Belle, he uses it as a crutch too much. Like, he doesn't know how much else to solve his problems than without using magic. So now that he forcibly can't use magic, like, he doesn't have magic on him, he's gonna be forced to get by without it. And I think when he comes out on the other side of this trip that he's on, he's gonna be a lot better for it. At least that's what I'm hoping. I mean, this could have completely the opposite effect on him, or he could come out of this neutrally, but I'd like to think that having to overcome all of the doubts that are swirling around him at the moment is going to be beneficial for him in the long run, especially when it comes to mental fortitude. Like, this could even come into play if in the future, like, I don't know, Korra or someone takes away his powers, but it doesn't phase him like she expects it to. Like, she thinks it's gonna, like, mentally cripple him or whatever. It's like, I've lived this, I don't care. Like, and, you know, he has some sort of badass moment. I think that would be pretty cool, but maybe I'm getting way ahead of myself. Either way, another episode of Once Upon a Time. Let's get cracking. Well, I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, I am very glad that I decided to sit down and do Once Upon a Time today. That was one of the best episodes of the entire show. I'm just going to say that right now. That was all handled super well. The whole family drama and how things went along at a reasonable pace, but nothing was dragged out for too long. Like, even when Henry got upset with Emma for lying to him, that's not the typical thing that, you know, typically in a show that would get dragged out. But no, it was resolved in a couple of meaningful scenes, and that's what I like to see with a well-paced show like Once Upon a Time. Like, this whole thing was just seeped in the emotion behind it, and how it was shell-shocking the characters through each reveal. Emma's acting during the initial freak out in the middle of the street, that was great. She always seems to shine the best when she gets into an angry confrontation, like when she was arguing with Gold inside the room. And yeah, okay, the family thing, like, I think David and Mary Margaret summed it up the best, talking about how that make for one hell of a Thanksgiving, you know, everyone gathered around the table. Like, that's one messed up family meeting. Like, to think that even Regina is great, that's insane. That I still can't believe that Gold, Mr. Rumpelstiltskin himself, is Henry's grandfather, and Emma's father-in-law, like I say, in spirit. Like, it's not like Emma actually married Bay, but I'm just saying, like, in spirit, like, in terms of, like, you know, relation. Oh my gosh. Like, think of how this recontextualizes a bunch of things that we've seen already. I think I get what people say when they say that after watching Once Upon a Time the whole way through, when you go back and watch from the very beginning, with the knowledge that you have over what the characters actually mean to each other and what they're going to go through, like, it really would make certain episodes hit differently. Like I do get curious now as to just how big this effect will become after digesting reveals in seasons to come that would then distort things even further if you were to go back and watch from the very start. I assume this is one of the major moments that really shifts everything for certain viewers. Like, this whole time, really, this whole time. Oh. Wow. Pretty much the whole episode focused on this, so I don't actually have much to discuss after the fact because, as I say, I got the emotion of it. It was all great. I loved just paying attention to how they were resolving it. I thought it all fit. I thought everybody played their part well, and oh my goodness. So obviously there were 3 parts to this. There was obviously the stuff that was going on in the present with actually getting all of this out in the open and resolved. But there was also the little bit extra backstory to do with Rumpel's desertion and how he spoke to the seer that accurately told him what was going to happen, and then he tracked her down again. And at the end of her life, she basically told him that this very moment in the present was going to happen and that Henry will be his end. So obviously, according to Rumpel's logic, it means I have to kill the boy then before he ends me. But like I said, that's not going to go well in general because of how many enemies it would get him to target Henry. David, Mary Margaret, Emma, Regina, everyone back to being his enemy for attacking the one person everybody cares about. His own grandson, which is why it will be causing him conflict as well. Because obviously at the time he's thinking, oh, well, boy, I'll just kill him. But this, now he knows this is his grandson he's talking about. And he really gets along well already with his son, who he's trying to reconnect with. So, he's in a bit of a pickle. Because, well, Henry's going to end him somehow, according to the seer's prophecy, but there's room for interpretation there, I think. It can always end up being not what it seems, so it's up to Gold what he thinks he believes more strongly, that killing Henry would be for the best, or that he should just let this play out and try and make the best of what he's got, and to try and connect more with what he knows is now his family. And you could see he looked very conflicted. Like, this isn't as simple as he thought it was going to be. Like, this whole family bombshell has really knocked things for a loop with all of the party members that came on this trip. And the other part of everything was Regina and Cora basically furthering their quest to find the dagger. Hook outlived his usefulness. He showed them the location on the map. Knock you out. See you later. So now Hook is a lone element again. They've cast him aside. So thank you. Thank you for your pirate knowledge, but now you're no longer useful. Fuck off. That's basically how it went. Like I say, I don't like seeing Regina back in her old ways. It does feel uncomfortable to me now, which is really weird considering how she was in the first season. But considering the strides that she has made, now she genuinely seemed to want to redeem herself. Seeing her slip back into her queenie habits does feel slightly jarring on me, but Heidi says that the feeling's mutual on that. It seemed that the writers sort of made her backpedal a little bit for the convenience of the story, but I trust that this is all going to right itself later, so it's no big deal. But I still enjoy the performances being given, and obviously we're continuing the whole Muggle plot with Regina's use of her levitation magic that's been recorded and sent, so evidence is getting more and more damning in regards to Storybrooke and its magic capabilities, so I don't know how this guy's going to justify sticking around though, because he's been hinted strongly, oh well, soon as you're better, the sooner you can leave. But now he's like, I think I'll stay. So how are you going to do that? Like, let's see how you accomplish this without people becoming too suspicious of why you haven't left yet. I was very interested to see that. I don't know if we were told that he injured himself before. All I remember at the back of my head is that he ran away from the war, but I don't think we were ever told how. Unless we were, and I just received a reminder in this episode, because dang, being shown how Rumple smashed his own, like, oh no, ouch, and I know I'm referring to his past self as Rumple. You have to forgive me, I don't even remember his old name because he spent so long as the Dark One after the fact that I just got used to calling him Rumple, even during the times I should have been calling him Gold because of how he now has his wipe memories added on top of his Rumple memories, so now he's a bit chiller now. Now he's more Gold than Rumple, you know what I mean? I've been trying to correct myself by more referring to his upgraded, improved self as Gold, but going that far back, you're not going to catch me remembering the name of his former normal self, so I just call him Rumple because it wasn't long before he became Rumple, so no, actually, never mind. I'm being an idiot. I'm sorry. He was always called Rumple. I they were calling him that. Never mind. The seer lady literally got his attention by saying Rumpelstiltskin. I don't know. I might be tired, but I think what it is I always came to associate the name Rumpelstiltskin with his, glittery, magic-y look and him being the Dark One and stuff. So it made me think he was called something else, but no, he wasn't. That was always his name. I'm an idiot for not remembering that would be the case, so this whole spiel I've just gone on is useless. But you know what that's a result of, don't you guys? That is a result of this episode screwing with my head with the massive revelations that it gave me, and I'm having a hard time dealing with it because, like I say, this is one of those major moments that recontextualizes a lot of the series and presents a lot of questions going forward as to the status quo of how these characters treat one another. Like, just, you saw that David and Mary Margaret were struggling, and the most they could do was almost make light of the situation, like, oh yeah, that's one heck of a, gathering around the dinner table, like, especially considering Regina's connection. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. That's pretty much season 2 in a nutshell, isn't it? It's been crazy. And I have a feeling that it's only going to get crazier from here. So until then, I shall see you guys next time.